Hello Stampers, it's Amy with Stampin' Magic. Thank you very much for joining me today. I do apologise, it's been quite a while since I've put up a tutorial. I have been active on my Facebook page, but I have not had a chance to get around to filming any card projects. I've had a few Christmassy workshops going on, and then there was on stage, and I haven't been well in that time as well. So I do apologise for my absence, but I am back and I'm raring to go with some tutorials. So for today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to make this card. It is super simple, and it's a great one if you need to make 50 of these to hand out for your Christmas card. It's got a really nice vintage look to it, and we're going to be doing some distressing here. So very basic, but you can also dress this up. You can add some twine on there, some nice brown twine would look really gorgeous, and you can add some red rhinestones here and there just to bring the card up to the next level. So I'm going to show you how to make this today, so let's get started. First off, you're going to need the amazing Dashing Deer bundle. Absolutely love this bundle. So we're going to be using this gorgeous reindeer image here today, and you're going to want to use the Happy Christmas Wishes sentiment. You can change it up, you can do it however you like, but that's what I'm going to be using for my card. And to die cut some really gorgeous images. Look how many dies you get in this set. Absolutely lovely. And you get one that's not actually a stamp, and that's this kind of prancing one. Really love that. But I'm going to get this one out ready because I'm going to be needing that in a minute. So that's the big die for our deer image we're going to be needing. Okay, supplies, you're going to be needing a C6 size card base, and this is your regular fold, because I tend to do top folding cards. This is a regular one today. You're going to need some of the Under the Mistletoe Designer Series paper. I absolutely love this kind of plaid kind of tartany look. On the other side you've got this gorgeous poinsettia. Really love this too. I'm going to use this side today. And you want that cut the exact same size as your card base. Completely cover it. I will put the measurements on my blog, which is in the description bar below, so do check that out, and it'll have more pictures and more of a description of what you need with the measurements on there. You're also going to need a piece of Whisper White, and that is cut smaller than your DSP, and you're going to need a scrap piece of Whisper White to stamp on. For inks, we'll be using Night of Navy and Crumb Cake. You will be needing some dimensionals for this project, and some Tombow, along with a sponge dabber. Okay, so to start with, I'm going to bring in my Night of Navy and this beautiful deer image. How gorgeous is that? Absolutely love it. And you can ink this up in lots of colours. You can do it as a two-tone effect with your sponge dabber. Really pretty. I love stamping it in darker colours because you really see that design that's in there. So just gently making sure that's going to ink up well. And look at that. How beautiful is that? Stunning, absolutely stunning. Okay, and then you're going to want to die cut that. So I'm just going to quickly go and die cut that now, and I'll come back to you in a second. Okay, so that's my image die cut, so I'm just going to gently pop that out. And oh, that is so gorgeous. I'm just loving it, absolutely love it. Cannot get enough of this particular stamp in the stamp set. So gorgeous. So I'm just going to pop this to one side. Okay, so now we're going to want to bring in our DSP and some Crumb Cake and our sponge dabber. And what we're going to do is we're going to distress the images because we want to give it a kind of vintage look. So all I'm doing is inking it up and flicking it around the edges there. and then you get a really nice kind of distressed look. It's very subtle, I'm not going like heavy on it. And the corners you want to do a little bit more. And then you want to do all four sides exactly the same, going a little bit heavier on the corners. Okay, so I'm going to speed this bit up for you. So as you can see, that's quite nicely vintaged up, if that's a word. So I think it just gives a nice kind of, it kind of softens the edges of that DSP. Goes really nice with that vintage look. So I'm going to pop that to one side, and then we're going to bring in our Whisper White piece. Now this piece we are going to rip, and then we're going to kind of distress that as well. So as you can see on here, I've gone along and I've ripped it, and then we're going to distress it, and it'll bring out all that lovely kind of ripped detail. So what you want to do is you only want to go in a little bit, make a little tear, and then tear it towards you, and kind of wiggle it in and out so you get a nice natural tear look. Okay, so the same to the other side. Okay, so that's what we're left with. I'm going to bring in some scrap paper now and my sponge dauber, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink it up, and just coming in from the edge I'm going to go around and distress this up. Okay, so now you've gone around the edges and you've got that pretty much how you look. If you want to go in and make some areas a little bit darker, you can go over that section again. And then what I'm going to do is just gently bring that in a little bit. Because what I've done on here is kind of made it so it's like a circle glow around this image. So like I said, just get it to how you want it to look, how you prefer it. So I'm focusing on the edges. And just bringing that round. And the key is not to put too much ink on your sponge dabber. Because if you put too much ink on it, you'll get a really, really dark kind of circly bits come out. And you want to gently come in from the side and do circle motions, because if you dab in your ink and then if I show you on here, if you go straight into the center of the image like that, you'll get that, and then you'll try and blend around it and it will still have that dark circle. Whereas if you come in from the side and blend, most of that will be off the edge of the card, so you won't actually see that. So always come in from the edge or off the cardstock and then bring it in. Okay, so I can get rid of that piece now. And we are absolutely done with our crumb cake. Love that colour, one of my favourite ones to use, especially at Christmas. Okay, so then we're going to put some of the elements together. So I'm just going to use Tombow on the back of this panel. Just a small amount. Okay, and then I want to put that straight onto my card base. So make sure that's nice and lined up. Okay. Like that. Okay, so now what we want to do is stamp our sentiment. So Happy Christmas Wishes is the one I'm going to use. And try and get that straight. And you just want to stamp it quite low down. like so. And then we are finished with our Night of Navy. Okay, so flipping that over, I am going to be using some foam tape I've got for this. You could use foam panels, some fun foam, cut a little rectangle out and stick that behind just to give it a bit of dimension. Of course you can use regular Stampin' Up! Dimensionals. I like to use this foam tape on big panels like this just because it gives a nice solid surface. And this I got from The Works, which is a shop in the UK that sells all sorts of stationery and craft supplies, so it's quite inexpensive, but it's good for this, the kind of bigger panels. If Stampin' Up! Bought some out, I would definitely be buying it from them. Okay, and now for our beautiful reindeer, I'm bringing in the medium and large dimensionals. And you're probably thinking, why is she putting so many on? I like to have my images quite solid on there. I'm not like, I don't go sparingly with my dimensionals, that's just a personal choice. But yeah, if you just want to put like 2 or 3 on, go for it. Like if you just want to put 1 on, that's absolutely fine. You could just probably put 2 and then 1 up there, but like I said, I like mine to be quite well raised, like evenly all over as best as possible. And I know a lot of people that I give handmade cards to, they've actually told me that they keep them, so that's really nice to know that they do keep them. They're not just gonna enjoy them for a little while and chuck them, they actually enjoy them for a lot longer. So it's nice that I can put the extra dimension on there, just make it last a bit longer. It's not going to fall to pieces. So that is our card done. So I hope you do like this project. It's super simple, but it's a great way of starting practicing with some distressing techniques, and it's a really nice one to create multiples of the exact same card quite easy. It's a nice simple card to do. So if you do like this project, please do give me a thumbs up and subscribe. The link to my blog and Facebook page are in the description bar below. Really appreciate it if you do subscribe and click that notification button. If you would like to purchase these products and you do live in the UK and you don't already have a demonstrator, I would love to earn your business, so please do head over to my blog or Facebook page. There is a shop now button. If you click that, it takes you directly to my shop. You can see all these lovely products which you can purchase. You also get some handmade goodies from me as thanks with every order. If you place an order over a certain amount, then you'll earn some free product also. Don't forget to hit that notification button, and I will see you next time. Bye!